Hello, 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 hello. It's Mark Atwood here, looking a bit dishevelled. Early in the morning in Marrakech, and the reason I'm broadcasting now is because I just had a phone call from Ian. Well, actually, he rang me last night, and but then I collapsed with exhaustion, so I didn't get to call him. But I spoke to him this morning, and he's got an exciting update for us all. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, are we on?
We're on. Yeah, we're on.
All right. Okay. So first of all, before we start, the affirmations. Now, the affirmations still stand, as in I choose my four bodies, etc. But the one that people have been having a slight issue with is the word not. Now, you posted up something which I really, really like very, very much, and I'm going to use that from now on. But there's a word or a phrase that's missing from it. So what we need to be saying now is, I choose to be unaffected, adversely or negatively by. So what was missing was the adversely or negatively. Otherwise, that statement is just neutral. It doesn't do anything for you at all. There has to be something that you are choosing for not. Sorry, such hard for me to not use that word, right? I choose to be unaffected, adversely or negatively by the changes in my four bodies, anything below my universal God self frequency, and so on. So that's what I think we should be using now. And the reason being, and this leans beautifully onto what I'm about to share with you, because there's so many people now have got on and latched onto that word NOT, you guys, because you're so powerful, have created a negative response to that particular word, which has reduced the impact of the I choose for that particular phrase. So we've had to adapt, and I will always adapt. And this is brilliant. So if it's Mark that did this or whoever wrote that, well done. It's fantastic. That's now going to keep us in power still. Right now, for the real magic, yesterday, I'm not gone.
So if you've got to rewrite that at all, just send me the rewrite, and then we'll put it in the comments, put it in the description, and I'll still be posting it every day on Telegram, every day that I can. I'm on holiday at the moment. I'm in Marrakech, and I'm going to the seaside this week, and I'm going to try and have some downtime. But whenever we've got anything important like this to update, because this is an ever-evolving beast, right?
Yeah, very much so, always. And people, I think I mentioned this on one of the shows, they say, Ian, you're always changing things. And as you rightly say, Mark, this is an evolution process to keep us safe and to step into our power. And we know that we're going to have interference from the lesser light frequencies, shall we say, or the dark people. But I like to call them lesser light frequencies. So now let's get on to some real magic. I couldn't stop skipping, dancing, smiling. Honestly, guys, I was just buzzing from what I discovered yesterday, and it's awesome. Now, this was thanks to my son. My son's in his early 30s, and he's been experiencing a lot of discomfort in his heart chakra and chest, which has been making it hard for him to breathe, to function, and this is for quite some years. Now, I'm thinking, right, this is getting beyond a joke now. He's had all kinds of tests from the hospitals. Nothing can be found anywhere. And this is because it's a spiritual thing that he's experiencing. So I sat him down. I said, right, let's do this now. And I spent half an hour tuning in and looking and watching. What I discovered was that he is connected to his home world, which is in the Pleiades system, constantly. And because of who he is, he's receiving upgrades constantly in his heart chakra to come in line with what's happening here on the planet Earth. So this has been causing a bumpy time for him. But what's been causing the issue is that the timeline has been like this. So every time the timeline changed, the frequencies coming from his home world to adapt to where we are now was causing an issue in his heart chakra. Now that we're more stable and settled, it's not so bad, but it's still causing problems. So I'm thinking, oh, I know, when we step out of our golden age by being anxious, stressed, worried, and creating a mirror version of ourselves in a negative form, allowing the dark side to come in, why can we not then create mirror versions of what we would love to have coming to us? Oh my word, I just exploded in excitement, because now, guys, everyone watching, imagine this, because we're in this amazing age of abundance, manifestation, you now can create a mirror version of you with a specific task. So if you're suffering with a disease, for example, this is going to put me out of business. I don't mind. But if you're suffering with a specific disease, set a mirror version of you in front of you that is the most powerful, most highly evolved, healing person, right, in the spiritual realms in front of you, and ask them to work on your dis-ease, right? Now, when James did this, he got 80% absolute improvement within seconds. Now, what he did, which I thought was really, really clever, he placed a mirror version behind him to pull anything negative constantly from him during this process. And I thought was really, really clever. Now, what we need to do first, you cannot create these mirror versions unless you are being, and also if you're not in the golden age. So this is what you need to do. So you take your 3 deep breaths, you relax, you let go, and become being. Then do your golden age affirmation, I choose, relax, then say, I'd like to now create a mirror version of me in front of me, and give it a task, anything, relaxation, empowerment, youthfulness, anything. Remember, we are now in this manifestation, and I have just been given a tool to share with everybody to empower you. And this is why I'm so excited, because you now have more tools in your toolbox, and this has to be the most powerful, because it's you. It's you doing this for you. You're not giving your power away to anybody else, to me, to Mark, no one. This is your gift. And I've been told by God today that this is unique. Mother Earth and humanity, or any beings on this planet, this has never happened before. This is unique because we've stepped into this golden age and we've evolved to a certain level of awareness and beingness. This is a gift from God for us to step into our power. Now, I'll let you speak in a minute. Right now, this is important. When you jump out of your beingness and your golden age, you've got to reset. So those being that are the mirror versions of yourself that you've set in front of you, you've got to redo them. So I checked this yesterday. I thought, right, what happens if you become out of tune, out of balance? You've got to do the whole process again. So if you stay in that chilled and golden age essence frequency, you don't have to reset unless you want to change the mirror versions of yourself.
Okay. So what you need to do is write this down, send it to me, and we'll get it posted everywhere.
All right.
Because everybody's going to say, can you say it again, or can you write it down, and can you post it? So that's what we need to do. And that is amazing. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Yeah, have you seen some of the comments in Telegram about people that have been doing the affirmations and the changes they've noticed? Just, I know.
I'm honestly, I keep saying this word, but I am blown away by people now being healed. Diseases they've had for such a long time are vanishing. Yeah, it's extraordinary. So this now is an extra boost for that to happen. And honestly, if you've got any issues, oh, one minute. I'm just asking now, can we do this for our animals? Right? Yes, we can. Wow. So people out there with like horses, for example, if the horse is having issues with an emotional problem, you know, they don't like being near something, or hearing a certain sound, or they've collected a program that's harming them. Place a mirror version of the horse to communicate with the horse to heal it. I think this is going to go ballistic, because once you get involved in something like this, especially me, I like to milk it and milk it and milk it and keep pushing the boundaries and get this bigger and bigger. Oh, crap. I've just got really big. Oh, my word. Oh, shit. A mirror version of the earth. We could feel that mirror version of the earth as long as it's coming into harmony with love, empowerment, healing, upliftment, evolution. We can create a mirror version of the earth. I know this sounds extraordinarily fantastic. Well, why shouldn't it be? We as human beings have that ability. Remember that. We are God in human form. We've been removed from those gifts. We are now coming back thanks to the experiences that I'm having. And immediately, as I said before, I will give this to you. I will share this with you. This belongs to you.
I'm just sat here sweating quietly. It's about
right. Create a mirror version of you to ease off the sweat. Actually, you can do that. You can create a mirror version of you to create the perfect body temperature for you.
Yeah, I'll do that because it's going to be very hot today. It's about 40 degrees Celsius here.
So what I do is that I send a program for my body regarding the sphere's light source, because remember, that's not the sun in the sky. If you choose for the sun not to burn you or make you hot, it's not going to work, because that's not the sun. And I've already tried that and I got sunburn. I forgot to say the sphere's light source and I got sunburn. So what I say now is I choose for my skin not to burn from the sphere's light source, and I didn't get burned at all. And I'm redhead.
You can't say sphere, because then everybody's going to, oh, it's flat. You can't say sphere.
A sphere.
Yeah.
A ball.
I know. Well, you know, we are the creators. I've been saying that since the beginning. And what I love is that you said go large right at the beginning when we first started talking, and you've just done it again.
I know. And it's going to keep happening, because, you know, we can set this in motion for, again, or if it's something that you're not sure of, say this, if it's appropriate. So if you want to do this for somebody else, if this is appropriate, I would now like to create a mirror version. What you got?
So, two things. Firstly, I've just looked at the time here. 10:07, 17, because the zeros don't count. And Crafty Kim's just put a message up saying it's supposed to be the rapture today. So I've just realized it's the 3rd of September. And Jetson White said today is the rapture. It's going to be an interesting day for that reason. And the energies are really crazy. I mean, I've just been through a crazy 48 hours. I'm not going to go into detail what happened, but it feels like surfing in a storm.
Yeah.
Manifesting really quickly and having to deal with inputs very, very quickly. Let's put it that way.
I had the same yesterday. It was, or was it the day before? It was full on. And I had to do my golden age 3 times in one morning. Oh, yeah, that's something else. It's just
I've been doing it 3 times.
Yeah, it's well, as soon as we get anxious about something and we create a lesser beingness of ourselves, I doused for it and I said, well, at what percentage do we lose our golden age? And I got 65%.
Can you see the sun?
I can.
It's very bright.
Lovely. So when we drop below 65% being, that's when we lose our connection to the golden age and we have to start again. Then somebody wrote a beautiful comment or question, which I will answer now. So this person probably thinking, oh, bloody hell, have I got to do this every single day for the rest of my life? And he said, well, how long will we need to be doing this for? And I thought, what a fantastic question. So then I've done some dowsing, questioning and listening. When we reach 100%, that's it. We don't have to state these affirmations anymore. We've done it.
So it can't slip back?
No, because the weight of light will be so strong that any darkness trying to come in will not have that strength of power to do it. We'll have reached a tipping point of shedding of such a powerful light, which will bring in more and more light from the universe. That's it. We're done. then we start to truly, deeply walk into our power. I think that's when all our galactic neighbors will come in. That is when they will rejoice. They're waiting for us to do this. They want us to step into our power for ourselves. They don't want to come along and wet nurse us and put nappies on us. No, we have to do this. Then when we've done it, then they'll arrive. They're here already, we know that. But en masse, that's when they'll arrive, and they will applaud. They will go, well done, humanity. Bloody well done. You've done it.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a lot of confirmation of all of that every night, every day. Just half an hour before we spoke, I was in the garden out here, and I had this amazing download after doing the affirmation. So I've got to go off, and I've got a busy day today. I've got a wedding party today. So this won't be a long show because I've got to go off and get my haircut and shower and all that stuff. But can you write all of that down? Send it to me.
Yeah.
Right, you guys watching, I'm going to put it in the Telegram group, the channel, the Mark Atwood Show. The link should be below this video if you're not already on that Telegram channel, and share this with anybody with ears to with the ears to hear. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Have fun with it. Play with it. This is your gift, your tools.
And remember, everybody watching this, each one of us has the ability to affect the consciousness of tens of thousands of people, if not more, which is why it's so important to do this, because we are points of light around or spread across this planet. And the reason you're hearing this video today is because you're meant to. And that's why I'm happy to be the conduit of Ian's information, because it's a privilege to do that. But it's also even if you don't believe anything that Ian said or I've just said, well, you probably wouldn't want to listen to this video anyway. But even if you didn't believe it, it doesn't really matter, because just going through this process is a positive thing anyway. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's fantastic, Ian. Thank you very much. Thanks for getting dressed.
Yeah, and me. I was in bed when Mark called me and went, oh, what?
Well, I got a message from you last night saying, "Remy, it's really important." And I actually collapsed on the roof of this house last night looking for UFOs, but I was so tired I just passed out. And this is very high. This house is extremely big. I just showed you it on the phone. It's
fantastic.
It's massive. It's in the middle of nowhere. I'm like 20 miles outside of Marrakech at the moment. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good time today, meeting up with some old friends. And yeah, people are saying in the comments saying they can't wait for the November event. I mean, that Manchester event is very exciting, because the reason I just showed you the sun there is because, as you know, this is the real name for Morocco is Maghreb, which means the rising sun, I think. But it's definitely to do with light. So Manchester is the city of light. And weirdly enough, I had a chat with somebody yesterday, and found another connection between Manchester and Marrakech. Ma, 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 ma. Ha, ma, wa, ka, ta, he. Remember, the Lemurian codes. Go back. If you guys don't know what they are, go and watch the video on my channel called Riding the Dragon in the Middle of Nowhere. And the interview with Huna Flash. That information has been it's been such a gift to have that information, because it's deepening my understanding about everything. And you know, every time we talk, I get a deepening of understanding of how it all works. And it's
when things are accurate. I'm not going to use the word truth, because I feel that's now lost its meaning. When we get something that's accurate, it will fit. It will fit with everything behind it. It won't deviate. It will fit hand in glove with everything you've been taught behind you. And if it doesn't, then there's something not right. It should blend. It should lift, 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 lift. It shouldn't deviate. It should always make it a more evolved process of empowerment. If it doesn't, then you've slipped off the path somewhere.
Yeah, and in that respect, it's a really good guide as to where you're at. You know, a few people have said it. I saw, I think it was Elaine said her body doesn't know how to relax. Well, you just got to keep doing it. You know, it's like, you know, this is part of the Great Awakening is training ourselves to become who we're supposed to be. and it's a process, and it's like giving birth. It's like being birthed into this new earth. And somebody just, on that subject of being birthed, birth does not have to be a painful thing. I've witnessed orgasmic birth with my twin boys, and it was pain-free, drug-free, and a wonderful, wonderful thing. And but people still are conditioned to think that giving birth is a painful thing, and that this is a painful thing, but it doesn't have to be. And it's really your choice, which is why Ian uses the word.
You know me. You've just stimulated something now. Like people that are watching this, why not do this? Your partner, your wife is about to give birth. She might not be able to do it in that state. Do it for her. Create a mirror version, like a midwife, in front of her, which is her, to help the process to be pain-free.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and do the same for the earth and for yourself through this process, because it's a real thing. Lizzie Pitt just said wah wah. Well, that is I love
it. Is absolutely.
Yeah. Meredith Boyle, yes, it is Maori. Did you notice Maori begins with M-A? Marrakech is where I am, begins with M-A. Manchester, which is the city of light, where I'm doing the gig in November with Ian, M-A. Used to be Mamcunia, M-A. This country is called Morocco, but in French it's Maroc, M-A. In Arabic it's Maghreb, which is M-A. My initials are M-A. My name is Mark, M-A. M-A, Ma. It's the first light. It's the light of creation. And we are moving from the distorted light to the undistorted light, which all ties in with everything Ian's doing here. And what Ian's giving us is tools to help us get there.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's a wild ride.
Okay, go and enjoy yourself, Mark. Go and have fun today, all right?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you for being the conduit for this knowledge. Thank you again, Mark. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, it's great. And you're all great, and you're doing brilliant, everybody. Keep it up.
You are. Because we're now at 88%.
Oh, 88. If Tom
88%. We've only got 12 more percent to go.
Oh, by the way, so yesterday, I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday, I had a message from Tom Numbers while I was in this restaurant in town, and he was talking about something to do with Q, and I literally turned the corner and I put this on Telegram. There was 3 big signs, red and white, huge, Q, 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 right in front of me. And I took a picture and I put it up on the Telegram group, because that's the way it works. This is the beauty. This is the magic. We are living in a magical kingdom.
Exactly. And, even more so now.
Yeah. So you've got to be careful with your thoughts. Keep them positive. Really. And if you find yourself being negative about you or anybody else, just delete it, and replace it with something positive. This is the way we fake it till we make it. But anyway, you just said 88%. 88 is Trump in numerology. 88 is the speed of the DeLorean when it does the time traveling. It's all there for a reason. These numbers, if you guys watching this have not got Tom Numbers' Trumpology course, which teaches you numerology and relating to this time, I think the link's in underneath any of his videos. But anyway, I'm going to get off. Lovely to see you. Take it easy.
You're welcome. I will see you very soon.
Yeah, take it easy. See everybody. Have fun.
Bye.
Bye.